All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a review on the QCY clip-on earbuds. These are called the Crossky C30. On Amazon, you can pick these up for $32 with a coupon, and they come in three colors. So you have black, you have purple or lilac, and white, which basically these look like beige with some gold accents. And these are lightweight clip-on earbuds. They got a stable fit, enough for my ears at least. You can use these for working out, you can use it just for listening to music casually, or you can listen to some podcasts. Also, if you combine the C30 with the QCY app, you also get customization for touch sensitivity, spatial audio. You have game mode. You can change the touch controls around. You can kind of customize them, and you get a sound EQ with some presets, as well as a 10-band equalizer. So since the Crossky C30 have capacitive touch controls, a sleepy mode which disables all touch controls, which you're going to need if you're the type of person who likes to sleep with your earbuds. Now, in this review, I'm going to be talking about the design and the ergonomics, such as the material that was used and how flexible ear hooks are. Also, the sound quality, of course, the battery life, the connectivity, controls, microphones, call quality, the whole works, and just give you an overall pros and cons of these. So before I talk about the battery life, I'm just going to give you a quick little unboxing. You just lift the sleeve up and you're greeted with this card. Now this card shows you how to wear the earpieces. So it shows you that there is, both sides are like have this shiny, a reflective surface. We have one side that has the touch panel, and you have another side that has like the ear hole pause where the sound comes out, because these are using air conduction technology. So what you do is you clip them onto your ear, you kind of move them downward, and where the sound hole is, you have that adjusted to where you can hear what's coming, the sounds coming out. So you got the earbuds and the case. Let me see, take this out. And you got a little brochure quick start guide, which is in English and in Spanish. I mean, Chinese, excuse me. And you also have a charging cable. It's a USB-C to USB-A. There's no silicone tips because, like I said, these are just clip-on. These are the C shape. Now the claim battery on these is 5.5 hours on a single charge, and that's partially true. In my testing, I was able to achieve 6 hours, 11 minutes, and 9 seconds, which is after I kept falling asleep with these on. I kept trying to test the battery. If you subtract 1 hour from that to 20 hours with the battery charging case as well, so that's 25 hours total. To me, the battery life on these isn't that great. There are other open ear headphones or earbuds on the market right now that give you a lot more battery life, and I would have to say I'm going to give these a 3 out of 5. That's just not enough battery life. So we're going to move on to the design and ergonomics, basically just how they look, how they fit, how they feel in your ears. So now these are open ear design, and they're like, I call them the C shape because they look like the capital letter C. So as you can see here, this is a microphone, this is the touch panel underneath, and this part right here, the smaller part, is going to go right into your concha or your bowl in your ear, and this is where the sound is going to be coming out of. Now, unlike the Soundpeats Pearl Clip Pro, these aren't, you can't put these in the cases any kind of way you want. These are labeled left or right, so just keep that in mind. This one right here is labeled with an R, so that's the right one, and this is the left one. So you can use these for like various activities, and I have bent these. I did some stress tests on these, and this part right here, this portion is flexible, So it'll fit any type of ear shape. So it doesn't matter if your ears are like Dumbo size, or even if you have the little baby hamster ears or gerbil ears, these are gonna fit on you comfortably. Just FYI, if you do decide to work out in these are only rated at IPX4, and that is the lowest egress rating. I would really love for some of these to be like IP55 or IP56 or hell, even IP60. But this, keep that in mind. If you're like me and you sweat bacon bits, just be careful not to get any type of liquid in them, because underneath here you do have like ports for the microphone. If sweat does decide to get in there, it might mess them up. And also, another thing to keep in mind, if you do work out in these, make sure you clean out the charging connector right here, so when they connect to the pins inside of the charging case, they don't short out. So each piece weighs about 5 grams, and I'm gonna get my scale out and see if that's true or not. Let me see. I'm gonna weigh this one of them. See. Okay, there we go. 0. Okay, 5 grams. Well, 6, 5. Okay, now let me put on the other one. All right, so 10 grams total. Very lightweight. Won't weigh you down. They shouldn't move at all if you're doing if you're exercising, like you're doing something like if you're riding a bike, or if you're skateboarding or anything like that. And they do feel soft. They don't irritate my ears. I didn't get any type of ear irritation or anything. I wasn't having to take them out because they were causing me any discomfort. Overall, I'd say they're very comfortable, and they do retain their shape. So I'm gonna give the design and the ergonomics on these a 5 out of 5. So now let us discuss the elephant in the room, and that is the sound quality. Now, inside of these little C-shaped headphones is a 10.8 millimeter dual magnetic dynamic driver. Now, according to QCY, that delivers clear vocals, and that is fairly true. And the sound is balanced with no distortion, even at high volumes. I watched YouTube videos. The audio was good. I listened to podcasts. The audio was good. Audiobooks as well sound good. Now, if you look at the frequency response graph on the screen, you can see that the bass is lacking. But what did you expect? I mean, they do sound clear though. The sub bass is really rolled off heavily, and you're not really going to feel little to no deep rumble. The bass is present on these, but it lacks punch. So if you're looking for a V-shaped sound signature, you're going to have to look elsewhere. Also, the mids are recessed. Overall, I'd say the mids are neutral, and they give me like a low back character, especially when it comes to music. But the treble, it has a little more energy. The C30, they make details more pronounced, but at high volumes, they can become sibilant on vocals. So just to summarize the sound quality, the bass, it's not boomy or punchy. The mids are clean, but slightly recessed. The treble is bright and detailed, but it can be sharp at times. So this type of tuning is very common in open ear designs where the physical limitations, they affect the bass delivery, and manufacturers try to overcompensate with that with more upper frequency energy to try and maintain that clarity in the open air environments. So I would rate these as a 5 out of 5 for spoken word, a 2 out of 5 for music, and a 5 out of 5 for, well, making you appreciate real earbuds. So to summarize, the Crossky C30 earbuds are a solid choice for users who prioritize comfort, durability, and situational awareness. While not highly detailed or bass heavy, it's clear and adequate for casual listening needs. If you're looking for earbuds to accompany your workouts or outdoor activities, without compromising safety, the Crossy C30 are worth considering. However, those of you out there seeking deeper bass or high-end audio detail may want to explore other alternatives. So with that being said, this is a niche product and it does fit someone's needs. Not necessarily saying they fit mine, but they are affordable and they're out there. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to give a mic test in a quiet and a loud environment, and I'll let you decide how the microphones perform when you're on a phone. Testing the microphones of the QCY Crossky C30 in a quiet environment. There's no background noise, just my voice, so you can judge how clean, full, or compressed the microphones sound on their own. Mic test, testing 1 2 3. Mic check, testing 1 2 3. Now testing the microphone in a noisy environment with some background noise playing to simulate you being on a phone call with in public with a lot of people around. This will help test how well it picks up my voice and suppresses the ambient noise. So as always, leave a comment below what you think of the quality of the microphones. Enjoy your life, enjoy your sound. I'll see you in the next video.